really doesn't slouch. So I guess if you want to clock someone in real life, I think I've definitely given you guys more than enough tools.
So I just finished filming my unboxing and sharing with you guys like the reasons why I got it and everything like that. So today's video comparison will be between the Prada Nylon Reissue. So yeah, basically I have the real and the fake, and I'm going to show you guys what the differences are and everything like that. So to start, this is brand new. I got this from a Prada boutique, and this I've had for I think half a year now, several months, and I got this from DHgate. This is $880 and this is about like $70. This took about a month to come in the mail. So I'm just telling you guys like all of the differences, and I think I'm going to do like an up close and show you guys like the actual details. So let's go ahead and do that.
Good thing I just bought this overhead clamp tripod thing, so I'm gonna set it up. Okay, so I figured out an overhead shot and put out this sheet. Apologies if it's a little bit wrinkly. So yeah, there are some details that I want to get into. So here is the stamping between. I'll let you guys make a decision on which one that you think is real and is fake. So this one is more prominent and the edges are really clean. This one looks prominent on its own until you compare it to this one, and the edges look fine on its own, but when you compare it to this one, it does not look as sharp. And the one on my right is actually the real Prada item. So there you go. That's what I could tell looking at the tabs close up. So here are the shoulder straps. You guys can tell that one is skinnier than the other. And this is definitely something that I couldn't notice until, you know, I had both real and fake items in my possession. So this one is thicker and this one is thinner. So I actually went to go get some measuring tape. The width of the fake one is about 1.25 inches. And then the width of the real one is about 1.1 inches. So yeah, that is a pretty significant difference. And when I'm holding in my hand, I can actually really feel the difference, and hopefully you guys can see the actual difference. While I have the measuring tape, I'm going to measure the actual length of the strap, because when I'm holding it and looking at it, it actually looks like it is a bit longer. Let's go ahead and measure that strap material. And also the fake one doesn't even like sit up on its own. So the real one is about 13 inches and then the fake one about 12.5 inches. So there's a ½ inch of difference just on the strap length. So in my opinion, when I'm looking at it, they actually look pretty close. But again, it's the same thing with the leather tab with the printing. So basically like everything, like the words, is sharper in detail from Prada. And then the dupe still has the same words and all, but it's just a little bit more faded. So this is the fake one. So when you're looking at it, you know, it looks good and everything, but you really can't tell till you compare to the real item. This might be something that you need to look at in person with the real eye, and I'm not sure if my camera can pick it up, but essentially everything in the emblem is much sharper and much crisper. Again, that's probably because the place that the replica comes from is not as like well resourced as Prada. I think the biggest detail that I could tell apart, and if you are really trying to pinpoint if something is fake or real, so yeah, if you're just trying to authenticate anything for whatever reason, the tab here is what really makes a point. So if you guys can see the real one, there's a circle here, and it's like a mechanism to hold the tab. And also the tab is really stiff, really well made. So you can probably just tell by feeling. So I'm gonna grab the fake one now. But the dupe does not have the same quality of item. So this zipper tab here does not have that little circle mechanism for the leather tab. So I'm going to show you guys right next to each other that you can see that the real one has a circle. So another thing that I noticed is that the actual width of the leather strap, the fake one is thicker and the real one is thinner. So I'm going to do a quick measure as well. Maybe we'll do this in cm. The fake one is about 0.7 mm, and then the real one is about 0.5 mm. So yeah, there's a 0.2 cm. So yeah, that's the difference. The body length looks about right, so let's do a quick measure. With my eye, they look the same, so from top to bottom I would say it's like 6.5 inches. Yeah, 6.5-ish inches. And another thing I'm noticing, if you guys can tell, the Prada one actually slopes out, so it's a little bit of a trapezoid, triangle type shape, and then the fake one actually is more rectangular like. So now let's measure the base. So the fake one all the way at the bottom is about like 1.75. So the real one at the bottom is about 2.4 inches at the base, but you guys can tell it's about a 1/2 inch in difference on a bag that's like small. So it's a pretty big difference. If everything is a little bit off by a 1/2 inch, I think if you're measuring the bag, you can definitely tell if it's real or fake. But again, like to the naked eye, you really can't tell until you're comparing it to like actual numbers, like if you're trying to measure the bag, or if you actually have the real bag to compare with your eyes, or like those points that I showed you about like the stamping and then the little mechanism on the zipper. So I think if you're really looking at details up close, you can absolutely tell between a fake and a real. But again, on the street, you probably can't tell unless you're trying to like authenticate it with the points that I showed you, like just for fun. I think I'll definitely be, you know, eyeballing it and trying to see if I can tell like in real life just for fun, because I'm nosy like that. But yeah, that's my comparison. And my last point is actually how the bag wears. So you guys can tell as I'm holding it up, this one is actually like sags a little bit better, and then this one doesn't really sag at all. So let me put an item or two inside to really show you guys what it looks like closed, so you guys can see as I'm like wearing it, holding it, the bag holds its weight differently. So the real one is on this side, that it really slouches, and this whole thing like kind of balances itself. Like I think it's like stitched and proportional and everything. And then this one's just really stiff. So I hope you guys can see like the fake one really doesn't slouch. So I guess if you want to clock someone in real life, I think I've definitely given you guys more than enough tools. I'm definitely gonna do it myself, so I'm not judging. So yeah, that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys liked my honesty and detailedness.